was doing a good job at catching people with Thresh, so I imagine he could do the same with Blitzcrank, and it could be more of a lethal effect. You saw no hesitation coming out from Turquality, sometimes to their own demise, but they're definitely playing an all-in, all-win, or just get lost in the fight kind of game. So definitely very decisive play coming out from Turquality. You really don't want to mess with that. You really don't want to give them any of the reset champions or any of these strong, tanky champions like Shyvana, or at least you have to treat them with respect.
Well, I mean, so far similar bans. We could see an Udyr or Caitlyn. That's going to be the other ones that COG, maybe they're going to go for the Shyvana. They've gone for the Riven. That's because it was hovered over for a short period of time. And actually, Riven is a champion that was used by Turquality during the qualification for this event. So maybe doing a little bit of research, CLG there. Maybe that's a bit of Monte Cristo in the background checking things out.
Well, Riven is just a very potent pick in top lane and in mid lane. We know so many players doing such a crazy amount of things with it. I've seen clips of Faker just demolishing mid lane completely with Riven. Of course, we might not be able to compare them to Amber, for example, but you never know. Gotta respect your opponent.
Absolutely. Orianna being banned away, so didn't want to have Link on that one this time around, but Link, well, we've seen him before. We can't use Syndra this tournament, which is one of his champions he has used in the past. That is globally banned
but he plays
right
Ziggs
now. He does play Ziggs. Wow, Jinx being banned out by CLG, and they've let Renekton through, so Renekton being picked up straight away by Thaldrin in that top lane.
Not entirely sure what the Jinx fuss is all about. First picking and then lost banning it. Maybe in North America or for CLG, it's such a cornerstone of a lot of their tactics, and they've assumed that it's the same for everybody else. I've heard a lot of people valuing Lucian a lot higher than Jinx recently, so man, it depends. You never know what your opponent's playing. You might mirror to what you're playing yourself, but that might as well just been a wasted ban.
Well, that's the great thing about the international tournaments. When these different regions' metas clash, they don't know what's going to happen. I mean,
exactly.
I don't even remember seeing it in Korea so far, Jinx being used. It's all been the mobility AD carries so far. Still a long pick for coming out for COG here. Long choice, long decisions. Chat's coming out, you can see in the end there. And Tricks on your screen. They're the two that are making the pick right now. It is going to be Lucian being picked up. So double lift could be on Lucian.
Maybe Thresh.
See, could be Link, who knows. Thresh may well get selected for the support. No, they're going to stick with Elise again.
Okay, they're sticking to what they're comfortable with, I guess. Tricks definitely did an okay job on Elise. They just ran into the monster tank that was Shyvana in those trades. Did a really good counter gank early. Probably assumed he could do the same later, but he just got cut out from the Shyvana Kha'Zix damage on top lane. Udyr, as you mentioned earlier, may have seen it banned, ends up being hovered over. Shyvana again open. Wouldn't be too bad for Turquality, honestly.
Yeah, it worked pretty well in the jungle, but maybe thinking of the Jarvan this time around again. Looks like it's going to be Tyrese for Thresh. That's being discussed for the Turks. We'll see whether they stick with almost what they had in the last game.
I would rather see a Shyvana here because already Lucian can jump out of the Jarvan ultimate. Tricks can repel out of it. Shyvana has the burnout speed. Once she's in dragon form, she's going so damn quick she can catch up with almost or nearly everyone and just deal a sick amount of damage.
I much prefer to see Aatrox, I'm going to be honest, as a champion. I love him in the jungle, but Jarvan is going to be the choice, and it seems that Thresh will also be the final option for the support.
We have to mention, for people that don't know, Lucian's gap closer ability resets all slow, so it's really good if he gets hit by a box. He just dashes out of it, ignore the slow. If he gets hit by a flay, he'll still take some damage, get knocked back, but the slow afterwards he can basically nullify, so it's pretty hard to play a Thresh into a Lucian. Again, the Lulu coming up, defensive support for double lift, like we've seen in this again, no all-in kind of lane, which is kind of sad. I mean, it's a pretty strong lane, Lulu and Lucian, because they poke really well and they can follow up on damage, but it's not as all-in as you would expect from a Lucian lane.
Caitlyn will be the AD support alongside that Thresh, along with Lissandra. We saw very, very quick lock-ins from CRG actually with that Lulu and Shyvana. So I actually think that may be a top lane Shyvana. I think that's going to be Nien.
Yeah, that's definitely Nien, another bulky, strong character like Shyvana on top lane. She's even worse on top lane than she is in jungle because she gets even more tanky. Combine that, actually a good piece of synergy there. We might see somebody locking up with a Cocoon, but if they really want to engage or disengage, all they have to do is send in Shyvana, knock everybody back, put Wild Dwarf on top of him. He'll not only keep burning people with his burnout, but he'll slow them down with the Lulu ulti passive, at the same time as knocking them up once the Lulu ulti hits. So if double lift can avoid getting hit, Shyvana can get all the aggro on her and just be this AoE menace coming out.
Well, Tyree seems happy with that Well, I would think that was Tyrese, at least at the end there. Final choice, what are you going to be, Afro Moo? It's going to be Ziggs for Link. So second Ziggs of the day. We already heard how Alex actually said in his interview he feels it's a very good counter to Orianna. Maybe with Link's feeling it's a counter to Lissandra as well. Both long-range poke champions.
Well, if you look at CLG's lineup right here, there's not really that much hard CC. There's some slows coming out for Lulu, knockups. They require good coordination. But if you saw last game, they actually had some communication coming in. At least they were helping each other out properly, and they didn't really did some of the dragon fights all too correct. But when the fights were going in their favor, there was a lot of synergy right there, and hopefully they can use that synergy to maximize the potential in this lineup, because you need to work together to get the knockback from Ziggs. From his satchel, as well as Shyvana jumping in, the Wild Growth coming up. The only hard CC they really have is Whimsy and a Cocoon.
So we'll see how this one works out for them. There is Team Turquality. They are the Turkish champions that have come over here. They obviously, just like the Red, they came through over the Russian qualifiers. Turquality coming through the Turkish qualifiers. Obviously, the servers now all around the world, and we saw it with the wildcard tournament. There's a lot of teams, a lot of scenes growing. The fact that we've seen the Brazilian championships fairly recently with over 100,000 plus viewers. League of Legends worldwide is growing, and we have to start adapting, start accepting that these new tournaments are going to come through. I mean, these teams, they're probably not going to be on the level of the likes of the COG and LCS teams, but they will be getting close to, and they're starting to grow already. We're already seeing them in early game, as it really seems to be when you get past the lane phase, when they start developing into the team fights, that we start to see the problems occurring. It's
the same process every team goes through. Like, you can base yourself on solo queue, you can base yourself on ranked 5s you play, and you can get really good at getting ahead in lane, but then it's the decision making. That's what separates the great teams from the amazing teams. At World Finals we saw as well, it's the great decision making from SKTT1 that got them from one turret in mid lane suddenly to an inhibitor 4 minutes later, with great turret switching, tanking aggro with spiralings. So we'll just see how Turquality evolves in this game. Maybe to take a different approach, a little more laid back, and just try and catch people out.
And you know what actually makes me think of that is if we're going to get to level 1, I'm not too sure whether we will get the hook on towards Link there. Everybody's going to pile in towards it. It's too much. It's too close as well. He's going to be able to get away from that one. Lot of flash burns out there. Actually, it was only one. It was just Amastyle being used in that flash.
I don't really agree with Turquality. It's a nice try and all, but you need to chain that CC immediately. It has to be hook into Renekton stun, into snare, into Caitlyn trap almost to get him down, and Ziggs can basically flash at any given point because he's so close to his tower. I feel CLG won out there.
Well, COG also got the wards in there. Link Afromu pretty much freely walked in there. But what I was about to say is, I'm thinking back to, say, these developing metas, these developing regions. Think back to, say, Season 2, World Finals, the Chinese region. They got through to the semi-finals, and you're thinking, okay, they're getting close. They just need one step. We got to IPL 5 a couple of weeks around the corner. It's like a different team turned up. They had stepped it up massively. World Elite was so strong in that.
The Cao Mei Rengar still gives me nightmares.
Actually, that's Cao Mei, by the way. Cao Mei.
I'm
Strawberry.
sorry. I'm sorry, Chinese demon.
You can't, look, I've had to get the pronunciation right of these names. I'm probably butchering the Turkish names now, but I'll learn them eventually. Don't worry, guys. But as it stands, these teams, they will develop, and as they come to tournaments like this, as they discovered, they went to the Season 2 World Finals, they develop, they grew, and suddenly that teamwork is there, because you can only get better by playing better teams.
It's the same thing Alex Mueller said today about SK Gaming as well. Yeah, they might lose, but they'll at least learn a lesson if they do so, and it might be preferential to beating a team really easily, because you need to learn and improve.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are moving into the lane phase, and there's going to be no counterbalance back and forward this time around. It's straight clear. CLG have already going to beat the race to the level 2. There's no doubt about that.
Look how far CLG Link is out, positioning himself in mid lane. Jarvan could be level 2 and coming around. Remember, he has no flash and no satchel yet, and he's already pushing down so far ahead and just poking armor over and over and over. And it's basically showing how confident he is in his abilities. And as you said on bot lane as well, after move with the Lucian combo, as though I like to call it, they're pushing in. Caitlyn Thresh doesn't have the counter push because Thresh is already starting Lantern again. Hook again, rather.
Yeah, and they're going to hit level 2 first. There is the level 2. They're going to go straight on aggressive on to cause killers, but the hook lands on towards Afromu, not quite close enough to get him towards the tower though. And like you say, it's not going to do anything. If anything, it's going to force COG to push them deeper in. And actually, they lost even more CS.
Yeah, because if you hook, it has one spell and it's on cooldown right now for about 17 seconds. It's an invitation for CLG just to push on even harder.
Aggression onto Link. He pounds himself away there with his own bomb, laughs away at it. CLG, well, we see pretty much a return of what happened in game one, the pressure on the bottom lane, but it's the top lane I'm interested in. Where is Turquality going? No red buff available to him. Is he just going to rotate back around towards the mid, or will he go top?
Yeah, it seems like Taldrin is doing pretty well against the Shyvana early. Renekton is a lane bully. He does really well on those early matchups. Generally, if he gets beaten, it's because he gets outscaled. So he's definitely messing with Nyentonso right now. Let's see what if Trix is going to get baited into top lane, if Jarvan is going to respond. He finds Trix in the jungle.
Yeah, he finds him in there. They've both got the double buff this time around. He's going to go back into Link. Link's got that pack down. This time he should be able to pounce himself away. It is going to be enough. Does it beautifully to bounce them both out as well.
Yeah, look, he knew he wasn't going to die there in time and just walks to the other side of his satchel and blows himself away, and then incidentally knocking everybody away as well.
Oh, they're trying to bait one out there. Link's seeing if Amistar wants to go aggressive. He did have the support just round by is with Trix, and now Aframu continuing to get the wards down on that bottom lane as well. So CLG, as you mentioned, are starting to win out the lanes. Trix is going to go straight face checking in towards Turquality. He should be able to get away from this one. Amistar is close by. He tries to get in. He's going to drop straight back towards it. Amistar's going to get caught in there. He ignites down. Is it going to be enough? One more hit should be enough. He's going to have the Dragon Strike.
Oh, he misses it.
He missed the Dragon Strike, but he lands the Demacia standard. But he could be in trouble now. Link low on mana. He's going to get the kill. The Ignite finishes off. Will the shield be enough?
That's
no.
The passive.
The passive from Link is enough to get the kill.
And look who shows up in mid lane because they pushed that button. They rotate. A good play here from CLG. They know Lissandra's low, they can't do anything. They're going to lose this middle tower, if not take a lot of damage on it.
But the bottom lane is also getting pressure, so that's going to free up Caitlyn and Thresh to just shove on. They're going to catch on towards Amistar though. That was not in their book. They should not have given him that kill. He should have based, like you say. Oh, meanwhile at the top, it's actually going to be Nien. The Ignite's on towards him. Thaldrin's got the Ignite on him as well. He's going to get the regen from the minions, though. It should be enough to hold him in lane, and he's going to stick this one out. Nien's forced to back off.
So Thaldrin has Nien's number so far. Good rotation by CLG. Lissandra actually fed a kill. They could have just traded even there, but again, they're chasing their loss. Why don't you just base? Okay, your XP is gone, but you just got to face it. You're not going to get it. Just wait out and let him get a turret.
Oh, the hook actually coming in. Whew, repelled just in time to get away from that one. The damage not really being done on that bottom turret either, so they've successfully defended it, and now, as we see, they have managed to back away. Half the hit points left on that turret, middle turret down. That's the important one, and that's what CLG wanted. They are now almost 1,000 gold up coming into 6 minutes.
CLG with just exploiting the small mistakes that they made. Imagine if Jarvan would have landed that Q, got first blood, probably could have even gotten out. It's like, this is so close. Like, these teams, yeah, they look a bit far apart, but it's all separated by one small mistake. But then again, it's a difference. How do you capitalize on those small mistakes? And that's what CLG is doing really well right now. They're just playing it perfect as what they're getting options, and they're using them perfectly.
Well, Link at the moment, he's been the focus in this mid lane and has created situations that have been quite successful for CLG. The Nyentonso holding up that top lane against Thaldrin. Thaldrin, as you say, has had the advantage in terms of CS. They're going to trade once again. They've both got, look at it, it's a giant spell for Thaldrin this time around. Like you say, level 6, the burnout doing work for Nyentonso, forces him back. But Turquality, he's coming to visit. There's no ward placement here. In the end, might be in trouble. He's going to have to back away, but he's got his ultimate to escape. And
Thaldrin's almost level 6. He's definitely trying to get that XP. It might be just too late. Nope, doesn't get it.
He doesn't have Dominus available. Now he has level 6, though. And that's what he wanted. He needed to wait for that level 6 to hit, but I don't think he's given enough time to maybe get it. Tyree's taking a poke from Doublelift. Doublelift zoning out on killers here. Caitlyn in trouble. Has to use the 90 caliber net. Lands it nicely onto Doublelift. That's going to stop their attack dead. And no more zoning will be done here.
Yeah, good presence in the lane there. Afrim will using his Prixie to use a proxy Q, proxy Glitterlands on the enemy AD carrier and essentially out-trading him as a support. Pretty impressive.
Pretty impressive stuff. And actually fairly even trades. No longer even trades down this top lane though. Nien is starting to bully him out. Link's going looking for kills. He's got the, don't forget that big bomb will land from very long range, which is why Turquality is having to follow down, as well as Amistar. He's going to follow him all the way down there. Puts the explosive pack though, and returns to mid.
He's just drawing them away. He knows he can push up mid and just rotate. All he needs to do is put pressure on the bot lane.
Double guessed them, and now he's actually gone straight back to the mid lane. He sees in the try, but he will get spotted out though, the rest of the team. And this is all actually lost Amma. Amma is stuck around the mid lane now, so now it's a 3-on-2 situation in this bottom lane, just simply by walking up towards that mid and then walking straight back down again.
Yeah, this gives Trick a chance to farm up in mid lane as well, basically putting as much tower pressure as they can. They want to siege, like they want to get that zone from Zig's satchel with his bombs to threat of the cocoon and then just sieging down turrets. That's why they rotated mid. They want to get that turret and now they want to follow up with another turret and hopefully in the end even get the top turret later when Yintaso gets stronger, because he's scaling better into the matchup.
Dominus having to be used in the top by Thaldrin, and you can see in the end using his ultimate to bounce him away, but actually Thaldrin taking very low this time around in the end, just with that Doran's Blade and Doran's Shield doing a fantastic job. And everybody knows the tank just needs a sword and shield.
Exactly, and that's his experience kicking in. Yeah, sure, Renekton beats me earlier. I'll just farm. He was about 7 CS down, but now he's scaling back into it. Look, he's 3 CS down, and soon he'll just overtake Renekton.
So down this bottom lane, the battle continues between the two AD carries, both even on CS, 58 to 57. We do see Theocles just lingering off the side there, waiting to see if he can get in, maybe create a situation. Tyrese taken very low, he's going to flash away from him, it's too late, and Doublelift catches him out there, so Flash effectively burned and wasted, just trying to bait it in a little bit too much.
That's a good read by CLG. They knew the jungle probably would be coming, they knew they could get aggressive on bot lane, they knew they had backup on Twix. Yeah, they're fighting? Are they fighting, or they're probably just tickling each other?
They're fighting around the blue buff is what they were doing there, but Neon's trying to get aggressive and actually farming between the waves, and Thaldrin's like, no, we're not going to allow you to do that.
I'm really impressed by Trix's timing though. Just being around people allows them to play aggressive. You can dodge the hook by playing aggressive if you know you have backup, in the odd case that you do get caught. Throws Thresh out of his game. They predicted Jarvan probably coming around as well. Good warding by Aftermove. Jarvan could never get in unless he got Lantern, and then it would be pretty obvious. Good vision control, good jungle ganks, good teamwork from CLG.
And good CS actually from both teams across the board. It's actually very even. Oh, Killer, you are way out of position here. Look at this. Aframu's going to come in there, manages to get the Whimsy down on towards him. Oh, but he may well got baited himself. Trix is going to join the party. Theocles goes deep. Both AD carry and support are very low. If they can just get the damage down. You can see Ace and the Hole coming through, but it's not going to be enough. Theocles has gone down. That's going to be one. Doublelift picks that kill up. Now he's going to turn it back around on towards Tyrese. Tyrese in trouble. He gets popped down there. The bomb comes in. Not going to land on his target. And the jungler, sorry, the AD carry of Killers backs away from this one. CLG all very low. If only Amma would have come down and joined the party.
But then again, Ziggs would have been there as well. It's just, it was played 3v3 correctly by CLG right there. Aftermove just escaping on a sliver of health, Trix on a sliver of health. Meanwhile, Doublelift was just going to town on people. It was good shot calling, good single target, one by one. Good communication again by CLG, which it was an issue in the past, and they seem to have fixed it.
In the end, it's continuing that farming between the towers. Continuing to keep the pressure on. Now with that blue buff off, he's got Amma just off the side though. Amma will start it off and actually coming on towards the end. Coming around the side, Thaldrin's coming in as well. There's 3 on 2. Maybe he's going to get Amma down. The Ignite may well run, but I think it's going to be enough damage. The end tries to flash away from this one. Thaldrin has got the flash. He should get another swing at that axe, and he will catch the kill.
Nintendo almost jumped too far away there. He second-guessed himself trying to turn around to get Amma and then try to get out of the fray, but yeah, it wasn't enough. Good 3v1 gank, but you saw how close he got to dying right there, just dealing with the Shyvana alone. Imagine in a team fight when Doublelift's hitting people, when you have Wild Growth to follow up. It's gonna be really hard and nearly impossible for Turquality to get this unless they keep making these picks.
Interesting. Blue not being given to Amma there. That surprises me because Lyssandra's a champion that needs mana.
Yeah, but look at the Yokel, he's level 7, he's falling behind right now. Trix is level 8, and he's already scaling ahead. They need the Jarvan ganks to work because they need these CC combos to chain on each other to hopefully pick people off in outnumbering them, because in even numbers, it's not going to work for Turquality.
And Amma actually chasing shadows as well. He's gone for that needlessly large rod, so he's in the desperation mode of I need ability power and I need it fast, because linked with that Athene's and Holy Grail. Trinity Force completed by Doublelift. He's up against him. If it comes down to the dragon fight, which it may well do shortly, it's going to be a problem. Tyrese caught out here. The slow is just enough on Doublelift. Aframu is going to throw out those glitter lances. The hook repelling back in towards Aframu. That would have caused a problem for him. But you can see AP mids both making their way down. Here comes the bomb. Is it going to land? Yes, it is. It's not enough damage, though.
Yeah, they're trying. Turquality's trying, but CLG is just doing it way better. Not much you can say right now. They're going to catch Doublelift, though.
Damn, that's deep, man. Catalyst does manage to get in there. Doublelift has to flash away from that one. Wild Growth was used out there, and you can see Theocles Ignite burning CLG, despite the fact they had the number disadvantage, still coming out on top.
CLG always has this defensive trick up their sleeve right now, with Trick on Elise actually, and it's just what they're doing. He's always at the right place at the right time.
That joke was so deep, most people wouldn't have even got it, I think.
exactly.
But, including myself for a moment. It was a whiz that went straight over my head. Nien's coming across the side there, trying to get the poke on towards Amma. Instead, he's just going to go back towards that top lane, missing actually the action to farm in between lanes. So he's actually losing out a little bit. And Thaldren's doing a good job of continuing to push. He's not been too worried about this farming between the lanes nonsense that he's been trying. And instead, he's actually pushing the tower himself. Theocles finds tricks in the jungle on that red buff, but he's got the support of his AP mid. Amma's going to come around the side. Oh, Killer's dead. They're going to see finally the culling. He doesn't get the kill. Doublelift does, though, polish him off eventually with his Q.
Could have dodged that with the lantern if he immediately saw it coming, or could have clicked it. Good play by Doublelift, chasing him out. Good culling. Stopped the culling when it wasn't needed anymore. We're going to get blocked by minions. And definitely they're focusing on turrets. Look, they didn't even chase the Jobber, you know. They didn't overreach to try and kill him.
Oh, this is a battle to see who's got the willpower to stick around. Still no Sunfire Cape for Thaldren, which is why he's actually unsure on this one. It's a fairly even trade. I feel in the end may well have a bit more in him, though. His ultimate is available, as you say. His Knight's actually coming up. There's going to be the ultimate, pounces across there. He's not going to have enough available to it. No Dominus has been used already, so it's still a pretty close battle. Link, though, just getting a little bit of poke on that mid lane turret.
Yeah, look at the tower pressure coming out from CLG. Very objective focused game this game.
Amma's in trouble here. He doesn't realize he has to lock up on Link there. Link has going to have his ultimate available. Will he land it? He does! And there is Link managing to finally land one of those big bombs.
Just all over the place. CLG pressing so much. They're almost catching fresh right there. They push down the tower. Follow up. Link's pushing down mid. Shyvana's winning the matches on top. Turquality is losing the grasp of this game, and I don't see what they can do to come back.
And the end's back farming between those turrets in the top lane as well. And Thaldren, he desperately needs to go back and get a Sunfire Cape, but he can't at the moment because the pressure just continues. And now the turret, he has to should back away from this one. Doublelift immediately cleansing out that hook.
And I just want to point out what Aphromoot did there. Not many people saw that. He proxy Glitterlands to stop somebody's base, allowing Link to push down mid. They're basically putting tower pressure by cancelling bases on the other lane. Not even winning the trade, but they're just slowing the enemies down while the other members of his team are hammering down on turrets. And that just shows how great they're reading the map and how well they're doing in this game.
And Thaldren finally going back. That's going to leave that top tower exposed as well. The end's been keeping those waves away, and he's still not giving up. Sunfire Cape has been picked up by Thaldren, though, so that should put an end to that. Theocles will come around the side there. You can see in the end already clearing out. Now Wolf should get picked up by the Dragonlance of Theocles, though, so he didn't lose out on too much gold. 7-2 the kills right now. Just shy of 6,000 gold and 3 outer turrets all down. Sorry, there's 1 inner turret and 2 outer turrets down. So it's really down to Turquality to see what their next move is, because CLG are pushing them every step of the way.
And I mean, look at Nienten, so not even investing in too much tanking. It's just going for the Bilgewater Cutlass and building into Blade, and that's what Shyvana does. Jumps in. If you try and get away, burn out, you're quicker. Suddenly, Blade of the Ruined King, and you're slower. And she just chases you all around. Meanwhile, you get bombs dropping you from left and right. Lucian shooting at you, Blue saving anybody that isn't saving, and it's just CLG in control.
Thaldren getting a good burst on towards him now and getting that combo off. Managed to take down half his hit points this time. That's going to maybe signal to say, okay, maybe I'll get some hit points in the next back. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. Bilgewater Cutlass will be completed, and then maybe, just maybe, he'll go for something after that. Meanwhile, looking at the AD carry as well, that's a bit of a difference in items, isn't it? Trinity Force and BF versus ABF.
What do you do when your Triforce down?
Yeah, what do you do? That's a 4K
Against
difference.
Doublelift. That's a god. Everybody else is trash.
Everybody else is trash. His words, not mine, that's for sure. But Dragon about to spawn 1 second, and Turquality are pinging for it, but I think this is going to have to be a valiant dive for Theocles. They catch on towards Trix. The hook goes in as well. They're trying to throw everything at him. Amma doesn't land the root, and instead that's going to cause some problems. Now Theocles tries to pounce in there. They're not really quite going in the same style. Culling comes out. Bomb follows through. Tyree's taken solo. That's going to get picked up. Doublelift gets himself another.
Yeah, hesitation coming out from Turquality. You see, they have a CC combo that they need to chain on top of each other. They didn't do it. Looks like Thaldren is beating Nentenso though. Minions
are going to come in. Does he go for it? Does he go for it? There's going to be the minion. Not quite there in time. He'll take the tower though for a dragon.
Yeah, getting top tower, but in the bottom side of the map, CLG is just reigning supreme. Take that dragon down. They can pretty much do everything they want. Even catching out Armor in the midnight.
He's dead. He's dead. He's going to try and use that Claw of Doom to get away, but I feel that Link maybe will finish him off. Couldn't even dodge the bomb.
Nope. too little too late. Right now, it's a little early. Say, give it 1 or 2 more minutes, and CLG is going to go for a Nashor play. They have all what they need to control the vision right there. Afram is doing a stellar job doing vision control last game as well, but Oracle's early. Shows that he's concerned about vision, and he knows that that's the key. I bet Monte Cristo's a little bit involved there. He really likes the vision in between the lanes as well, and it's definitely what wins you games.
Yeah, that's a blue buff picked up by Link as well, managing to take away that from Amma, who was yet to see that blue buff in this game because it was gifted across the Theocles to try and get him going. Top lane's going to be the next focus target. You see the AD carries continuing down this bottom lane though. They may catch on towards Tyrese. Doublelift has found himself a juicy support target. That's going to be an easy kill. He'll take that one for sure.
Yeah, just playing well. CLG catching people out. As I said already, they have wards really deep in the enemy jungle, and that's what you do. You don't need to ward anywhere else because you'll see them coming, and you'll just punish them for every rush they face check. Eventually, Turquality is going to be that really afraid that they're going to be stuck in their base, and that's when they go for Nashor. If they even want to.
If you were to look back at this game, you know, as a player from Team Turquality, what would you see? What would you say? Okay, we need to change this. What would you adapt?
So they blew a lot of flashes level 1, which gave them one big gaping hole in CLG's strategy. Link did not have flash. Potentially, Jarvan could have done a level 2 gank on Link with no flash because he was very far overextended. Well, fighting.
They're trying to fight, that's for sure, but I'm not too sure it's going to go their favor. Amma does come around, manages to get a good route down on the ball there. Thaldrin not quite on the same wavelength and kind of a little bit split. The Zig bombs, the mines there, keeping them away. Thaldrin taking another bomb to the face, and TOG continuing just to slowly poke them down while it buys Aframu and Doublelift time to just keep on grinding that bottom lane.
Definitely not the same Turquality we saw in game 1. I mean, they're trying, but they're going in 1 by 1. Looks like their willpower is broken, and CLG methodically playing this one out.
They're thinking about Tyrese, who's going to maybe try and land that hook. Jarvan's in there with him. There's going to be the engage. Oh, the hook didn't land though. Amma goes aggressive. Mines get thrown down. Flashes over the mines. He's got to make a play here.
Chasing
will
loss.
he make it? Amma's instead, you say, chasing the loss. They may turn this one around. Nien's going to put down so much damage. Tyrese gets chomped on down. That's going to be another pickup kill for Link as well. He's going to be able to just slide away from this one.
And
but that's giving them the tower. Look at Doublelift down the bottom here. They're continuing to push on through. They've taken the bottom inner turret. Ace in the hole's not going to stop them. The minions are on towards the inhibitor turret. The top inner turret goes down. They're shoving both lanes down here. The inhibitor still dropped. Doublelift is having a party right now on the bottom, and that's going to buy time in the top lane. The top lane inhibitor turret will go down any second. CLG are all over Turquality.
And this is CLG really showing how you push it to win a game. You do an accordion move, in and out, one side in, the other side out, both sides in, whenever you need. Whenever the enemy is moving in between those lanes, you punish them for moving, and you just turn the fights around. You bait them far in, Turquality chases the loss, CLG turns, kills them.
Oh, Aframu's low, but no, Doublelift is there, and Theocles now tries to go in, tries to be the hero. Sees Aframu low, but he was just baited and outsmarted by the rush hour.
Very well played by them. Aframu might be caught here with the red buff. Double caught by Usano as well.
Oh, but no, he's got Wild Growth. Turns it around. Can he get on towards Killer? Manages to get the Pixie down. Can Killer manage to finally get a kill on towards Aframu? Yes, he will. He's been after that one for so long. It must feel good to finally land that kill. But the inhibitor, meanwhile, in the end, pokes on towards the side of it, dodges out, gets a little flay on towards him, but he's almost got that ultimate available. As he just pounces away to victory.
Like a little orca flying over a wave.
A little orca?
A little big
They're
orca.
pretty big. That's a great. that's a big whale right there. But
big tanky beefy whale.
A big tanky beefy whale. CLG, they are 1-0 up in this game, and it's looking to be a 2-0 clean sweep. But we also saw. Good God, that Mega Bomb is doing damage on Killer right now. Link managing to clear that one out as well and keep Killer well at bay. In terms of CS, well, it's not even close between AD carries right now. It's a 60 CS advantage for Doublelift, and look at the gold. Look at that gold. He's got an almost 5,000 gold lead. That's almost doubling the gold of your opposition AD carry.
And he's even going to spike. He's almost finishing Last Whisper, and that's when Lucian spikes even harder. It's going to be nearly, let's not even call it nearly impossible. It's going to be impossible for Turquality to do something unless CLG hands it on them on a silver platter. And so far, they've been playing the methodical game pretty damn well.
Oh, we'll see. Oh, dear Tyrese. It's just going to get away from Nien. They know that he's there. Thaldrin, you're out of position. Look at the rest of COG, all collapsing around him. He has Theocles up there, but I really don't think that's going to be enough because Doublelift scents his blood here. He's 7-0-1. Can he just continue to stretch that KDA even further? Thaldrin's going to run into the base of CLG. He's actually buying time.
They like
for
CLG
Turk.
so much, they're going to join him in the base.
They're going to join them in there. Meanwhile, oh, a nice little juke from Amma there, but he gets caught out by the Pixie. No, you can't take double lift down like that one. He's not going to happen. Amma's going to be the focus target. Afrim may get dropped in that mid lane, though. He's going to get taken very low. Amma manages to use the Zhonya's Hourglass. He gets picked up by Link. Meanwhile, at the top, Theocles is trying to get away. The Mega Bomb comes out, and Link picks himself up another kill.
Yeah, CLG definitely a team effort here. It's not just a double lift show. Afrim showing a lot of presence, good zoning, died when he has to for his AD carry. Just pretty damn good supporting.
Oh, he does manage to Dragon Slice just away there. That's going to be a Baron for Counter Logic.
Link's not done with him.
Link's not done yet. He's going to keep on going. 7-0-2 for Link. Link is in dominating form as well as double lift. This is a clear and present danger to the rest of the teams watching this one. I tell you what, if I was Fnatic, I would actually be a little bit worried here because CLG are looking good. They've got to play the next, and Fnatic, you know, let's not get into this because this is not the Fnatic we've seen at Worlds. These guys have not practiced much.
We don't know. We'll never. Maybe Fnatic is just a raw, unpolished talent that will shine through anyways. But
shine bright like a diamond.
Like a diamond. But that would be Gambit.
That is Gambit.
Anyways, we don't know what Fnatic's gonna show up. We've seen CLG play well, but we've also seen they make some mistakes in the first game when Turquality was winning. Fnatic obviously is of a different caliber, and even if Expected doesn't practice, he's gonna be really damn strong in the mid lane. They have all the tools they need to give CLG at least a run for their money.
Absolutely. Ooh, flash from Aframu there, gets the Pixie down, tries to get on towards that.
Proxy good lands into Twin Shadows, really damn good.
He's now going to get out of that one. The Mega Inferno Bomb drops in now. Nearly said Super Mega Death Rocket, but it's not. There's no jinx. Good God. Could you imagine a Mega Inferno Bomb followed by a Super Mega Death Rocket? Good Lord, how am I meant to commentate this? Riot, please. But right now, it is going to be that mid lane. That's going to be an inhibitor turret going down. Nothing at all that Turquality can do about this one, but simply watch as spectators and catch the pictures at the end of the game, because CLG are in dominant form and they will be progressing to play Fnatic. The question is, will Fnatic be the one we turn up? Will they be the world finalists turn ups, or will they be a different team? Who knows?
At least they got to see some research on CLG. They actually see some trends here, like double playing Lucian. After we go for Lulu twice, I believe. Tricks liking at least. Might give him some information and give him a slight edge.
Well, the culling comes out and actually does a heck of a lot of damage. Tyrese flashes out there. Lots of
trying
wards
to spell CLG with wards as a final tribute to their overlord.
But instead they killed him. They killed him while he was trying to put CLG down. I mean, honestly, that's just not very nice, is it? It is going to be the game. CLG will be moving through to tomorrow, to the semi-finals, to face off against Fnatic here at the Intel Extreme Masters in Cologne. Congratulations to them.
I mean, good sports from Turquality. They lost. They came here to get experience. That's what they did. They met some teams they respect. They played really damn well in the first game. Really impressed by some of their plays. Good picks as well. But then they lost in the mid to late game. And yeah, CLG just taking it home with methodical play. And this is what I like. This is not the CLG that was running around lost sometimes in the mid to late game. They had a plan. They executed. And they all played pretty good.
The battle of the carries. 8-0-4 for Link. 8-0-4 for Double Lift. Who can get more kills? I think that's what they were after at the end. Everybody was throwing everything they had.
I see a 10 CS increase on Link compared to Double Lift, so at least there's only but one conclusion.
Link is better.
Link is better.
Link is better. There you go. Double Lift is trash.
Your words, not mine.
That's the conclusion that we've drawn with Link just beating him by 10 CS. So congratulations to Logic Gaming. They will be through, like I say, to face Fnatic tomorrow. Gambit will be going up against Cloud9. Those games are going to be fantastic.
And to Trick as well, I gotta hand it to him. I think it's the first game for CLG right here.
Yeah.
Coming out, did play the same champion rather twice. Comfort pick on Elise. Maybe we'll not see him in tomorrow, but definitely had good timing. Was around when he had to. Basically helped his lanes be more offensive, and that allowed him to dodge a lot of skill shots and just turn the tides around.
Do you see that as a potential problem? Maybe tomorrow Fnatic going to be looking at that and going, okay, we're banning Elise, take him off that comfort champion, take the new guy away from the champion he enjoys.
Depends on their research. Maybe they've done way more research and they've known what CLG's been playing, scouting solo queue perhaps, but definitely Elise could be a target or just an early pick. You know, Cyanide does play it as well, I believe. He pretty much plays anything in the jungle, so we may see something based around Shyvana and Elise tomorrow, as there's really strong champions, and I'm kind of worried if Lucian gets through, because Double F played him really, really well.
So what do we see? What do we make from the new CLG effectively? You know, no more effectively old guard in there. No Chowster anymore, no Hotshot GG. He stepped out in the spring-summer split. Chowster stepped away recently. No Big Fat LP anymore. None of the old guard are in there. Is this a new improved CLG we're seeing, or is it more of the same?
It's a new CLG. They still have this core signature style of protecting the double lift sometimes. But what we saw early in the game was pretty surprising for me, seeing double lift and Aframu leave their lane to rotate mid and siege the tower down, and then later getting an advantage from that, and then get spillover from mid, Link helping them. You know, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. We're just taking towers down. We don't care who does it. We just do it together. And it's really nice to see that it's a different style of, well, basically leaving double lift on his own on the bot lane all the time. He was way more dominant. He had the support from Aframu. They pretty good synergy if you ask me, so I'm quite impressed with CLG.
Well, we will see how they perform tomorrow, but right now we're going to hear some words from CLG themselves. We are waiting in the wings with Shocks.
Thank you very much, D-Man, and I am joined by Aframu, of course. Aframu